Question 6.
Question 6, Jenny Rathbone.
What powers does the Welsh Government have to protect Cardiff's cultural heritage from developers?
Thank the member for the question. Special protection for our cultural heritage is provided in legislation, recently strengthened by the Historic Environment Wales Act of 2016 and supplemented by guidance. Local planning authorities have primary responsibility for the protection of the finite, non-renewable and shared resource that is the historic environment of Cardiff and of Wales.
First Minister, you'll be aware that much of the city centre of Cardiff has already fallen to the mammon of redevelopment, and we currently face a threat to a very fine Victorian Crescent at Guildford Crescent, which is owned by the Rathbone family. Cardiff Council is endeavouring to preserve this special area of architectural interest, and they will also need to apply to get the building listed. But in the meantime, the developer wishes to demolish the building and has already given notice to quit to the 3 businesses which have been thriving in the Crescent. And in line with the Wellbeing of Future Generations Act, what can we do in the National Assembly and in the Welsh Government to protect our cultural heritage from the redevelopment of areas so that all city centres look exactly the same, which means that people simply won't want to come here. So on this specific issue, is there anything that the Welsh Government can do to support Cardiff Council's rescue attempts?
Well, thank the member for that question. Of course, I'm very familiar with the set of circumstances that she's outlined, and I can confirm to her that officials in Cadw have indeed already been asked to consider the merits of those buildings to be listed, and that they are acutely aware of the urgency in their consideration of that request. As far as the City Council is concerned, I understand that the consultation that they have carried out on the proposed designation of Guildford Crescent as a conservation area has now been completed, and that the decision can now be made by the Council's Cabinet. If the Council decide to proceed with that designation, then it will come into effect from the date of the Cabinet's resolution, and if that happens, then the proposal to demolish will have to acquire an application for conservation area consent.
Question 7.